secret when it comes to freestyle. But you know what? I'll just tell you this secret, ladies and gentlemen. He is the two-time X Games gold medalist. Please give it up for Heath Frisbee. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce another man for you here. Long, tall, and lean out of Butte, Montana. The 6 feet 3 inches tall. He is one of the most unique-looking riders that's been around. Ladies and gentlemen, he's brought to you by SDS, Fox, Honda, EVO, and FMM. But ladies and gentlemen, you see his name on these ramps for a reason. Because he holds a world record in freestyle motocross. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Sayers. Are you sure? Are you ready to go? Well, let me ask you then. Are you ready? Well, let's put these guys to work here in some dangerous conditions. Have a look at the flags flying around here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of wind blowing out here. They're coming off an 8-foot kicker range, cut with a gap of 75 feet. Into between right up front. Here, 30 feet straight up in the air. There, on the side there, and that super gas with the in the air twist, adding an early trick to freestyle. Well, you guys don't know what you're seeing? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Frisbee on that side, one hand in the air. And Sayers double grab into the plastics that are cut out underneath the seat. Doing virtually a handstand back there and giving it a twist. Full heart attack right there. But Frisbee and Sayers walking through the air, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing holding him on that motorcycle but the love of this crowd. Give it back to him now, would you? Frisbee over the side there in that one-wonder version. And the Captain Morgan, ladies and gentlemen, having a drink with this guy after work is a whole different deal. You know what I'm saying? He's going back at it again. Frisbee up there, getting a little whip now as he turned that bike in the air. Saw the wind catching him in. Can you believe that? In the wind, you just saw a man perform the kiss to Dennis. Give him a big old kiss right back here. He was looking to try and hit that flip hanger right there. That's a little too... I know what he saw. He saw our track official up there go, no. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Heath Frisbee and Keith Sayers, Chapter 2 in the evolution of extrude. Ladies and gentlemen, while men were writing a story 30 feet in the air, there's another chapter of the evolution of extremes taking place right here on the pavement. It involved a sport that was an outlaw sport, performed on highways late at night, beyond the eyes of police. But some guys decided that they should create that into a new sport and bring it someplace where you could see. In the process, 10 years ago, this man helped to create in Canada the sport that we sometimes call the ballet freestyle. Allow me now to introduce to you Sport Bike Freestyle and the #1 rider in Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sydney, Nova Scotia, please welcome my friend, Mr. Craig Latimer. He's always ready. You can see him right out here. He's brought to us by Kawasaki, Window, Bell Brake Lines, BRS, Impact Coating, and 4-Season Power Sports. And he's got a big, powerful Kawasaki right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most unique motorcycles on the planet. We sometimes call it the breaking bike. Let me give you a little tour here. He just stays still. On the backside here, he's got a dual ratio sprocket, which gives him a little extra gear in here to be able to lift that bike up. On the outside, you might see a little bit of metal around there. That's called the crash cage, because sometimes things don't go quite the way you expect. Now, he didn't crash on that cage. He's done that on purpose, because sometimes he likes to sit there. Sometimes he likes to stand there. Sometimes he likes to put his head there. Oh, and on the front side here, you might notice a couple extra levers up here, because he has to be able to control those brakes thanks to the Hell Brake Line. in case of his feet. You know, on the thing. All right, you're making me dizzy standing out here. You ready to go to work? Ladies and gentlemen, you ready to see this? All right, let me just point out to you one more thing. This is a 500-pound street light, and he's going to be working right down to the in front of you. So we want to make sure that everybody stays sitting down right in this area here. Don't look at me like that. I'm trying to help you out. Let me get out of the way here, ladies and gentlemen. You ready to see him go to work? What do you say? All right, he's giving me the early trick. This is where it all actually originated. Done at high speeds in the past. Here, he's giving you kind of an up-close and personal look here of what's called the wheelie. Did a tail stand at first with his feet behind, then into a stagger position using the back part of that crash cage. Those are not tags. The idea is to try and protect the motorcycle when he drops it down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something between you and me. He was actually cheating there. The reason why he was cheating is because, you see, he's got low tire pressure on special soft compound tires. The reality is he's got the front wheel up there. It doesn't matter how you steer it. You can only do it with your body weight. I'm not done yet. You're not supposed to be, okay, he's in the flamingo now, and, you're getting a little close here, Craig. Now, as you can see, he's working on the inside. I don't think it's a good idea to work. Don't encourage him, ladies and gentlemen, please. So he's working his way around here. What are you doing? You're kind of leaning the bike in here. You're making me a little nervous out here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to become a human pylon for Craig Latimer. They call this guy the kickstand. I'll let you know that little secret right now. He's working it out on here now. Got incredible control. You know, I was just goofing around there because, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a lot of trust to let a guy take a 500-pound street bike around with you in a wheelie. Let me get out of the way here and show you what he can do. Now, he's up there in the tail stand wheelie. He's on to the backside now, and he's got that foot hook in there for the flamingo. Look at how he's stretched out there. Oh, and you almost got to use that crash cage, didn't you? Don't come over here and do that kind of stuff. Now, look, let's try that. Where are you going? I want you should, you know, I would love to be able to make it. Where are you going? What are you doing over here? I'm not supposed to have to walk this far. Oh, I get it. You're showing off down here with circle wheelies. Down there in the crouching dragon here now. Go ahead and give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You see the #1 rider in Canada. Right there on the outside of the route here. He's on the outside of the circle back over there. As he turns it around here. Okay, come back to the middle, and we'll get things going again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when Craig Latimer goes back, what are you doing? You're supposed to. I am not walking all the way over there. Oh, I get it. I bet he found some pretty girls standing all over the face. Go ahead and give him a little applause down there, ladies and gentlemen. Craig Latimer showing up. Will you get back over here? We got work to do right here in the middle. I'm supposed to be describing what you're doing. I can't see you over there. Now look, I want you back here in a big hurry, all right? So come on back here now. Get over here. No, don't, not that fast. No, don't shift the gear. Oh, I get it. Up there into a nose wheelie just like that. Does that thing called a skeet or a dab when he puts that foot there. Now, in his standard wheelie here, little tribute to BMX. He's got a one-handed tuck going. Can he get both hands off? Can you get both hands off? Oh, you're going to have to get louder than that. He's trying to adjust that idle. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Latimer. You know, I don't know about you. When I watch that stuff, I kind of shake my head because you know what? On my motorcycle, I've got to put both my feet down and stop. You know what I'm saying? Will you stop showing off here? You look like you're a member of the Canadian figure skating team. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A bunch of combinations all happening here into a side saddle wheelie. Oh, and you almost went back to the tunnel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll point this out to you. Get all of that in one wheelie. That's a pretty awesome control right there. All right, Craig. No. There's not enough room here to do this. You don't want to see this, do you? Well, you better keep your eyes on him. Look at this. Handstand whoa. You do not have. He's got a bag of cut through. It's the hallway of my house and the living room. Working over there. This is a burnout. That old school burnout, love that. That came from flat track racing. Your Canadian champion George is over for 10 years. The guy goes 220. What are you doing? Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only a couple men in the world who can do what you're just seeing right there. That is what this man is ranked number 11 worldwide. That one's called the Turo. Craig, let's get some applause for this guy. Let's get some old school. Old school. Love these burnouts. This stuff used to be a big hot thing up there. These guys would burn out like this. Look at the control this man has, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I get what he's trying to put on your own high road show here. I mean, okay. All these pictures are going, I think you killed it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is right there. Mr. Craig Latimer. We got another guy who actually slays the bike at the end. You know, I figure he should put his foot on there and look like, the hunter or something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, what you've seen so far took place started out in the east coast of Canada, in this part of the world, but in the west part of the continent, there was a different kind of freestyle happening. And it seems really appropriate that I say this at the Calgary Stampede. It involved the use of agricultural equipment. That's a big word for me to say. Right, came from the farm, you know what I'm saying? It was actually a piece of equipment that was used to replace the tractor because it got better gas mileage. But then somebody somehow got the idea that what we should do is put it as part of the evolution of extreme. And with that in mind, the next chapter is going to have to wait for these people to move. Hold on back there, we're going to just wait for some folks here because we got a big old 450-pound wall out here. Cody, just take it easy. We just wait for these folks to move out of the way here. Ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the most unique performers on the planet. He's got a form. We've got to wait for these people to move because of safety here now. All right, Cody, you ready to go to work? Says he wants to make sure that are you guys okay? Are you all right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to take a 450-pound quad and do some pretty amazing stuff for you here. You don't have any reverse on that, do you? You were out there looking to see who was in the crowd checking you out. So you can't believe somebody left when he's going to do what he's about to do. Ladies and gentlemen, he comes to us from Kicker, BNC Off-Road, JT Fencing, JT Racing, TZ Graphics, and Third Coast Suspension. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see this guy do what he does, you got to understand that when I first met him, he was a 19-year-old skinny kid on a 125cc bike. But now he's a little different than that. Ladies and gentlemen, he happens to hold a world record in ATV freestyle, Mr. Cody Elton. Now you watch this, ladies and gentlemen, because you can see that wind swirling around. It'll catch underneath of that thing because it's a little different deal when you got a motorcycle versus a 450-pound quad sitting around here. 30 feet up in the air. And you might notice that Cody's not a small guy. 200 pounds. There's a reason for that, because you see, if you watch him down at that far end right there, he doesn't actually turn that thing as much as wrestle. You don't have a chance to see it right now. Just make sure he's going to give you that flex in there. He's a big guy for a reason. Don't think it's all brawn and no brains. So, I mean, this guy graduated West Texas when he was still in high school. Can't believe that. Loves to build those show trucks, taking the SEMA. You might have seen him on YouTube because he's over the moving plane, 5.5 million people. Had to look at that. Oh, by the way, that world record thing, ladies and gentlemen, it was a 70-foot line of moving cars, and this man jumped it all. The flat landing, 153 feet. Mr. Cody Elkins. I don't know. I just look at that, I just shake my head. Just can't believe what I'm doing. You know something? When you see all of that, I gotta tell you that my thoughts go back to the beginning. Back to chapter 1. Back, remember the guy who gave me bicycle? Right? It seems like it's a long time ago when you look at the story of the evolution of extreme. Seems like maybe they got kind of, left behind. But I said at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, that the evolution of extreme is anchored by and still is by bicycles, by BMX. So I would like to bring these guys out to tell another tale right now. Ladies and gentlemen, my buddies on BMX, Wade Lyman, Darcy Peters. Because when I say that BMX was what it's all about, let me take it back now. Back in the early 1980s, when BMX racing became legitimized. In 1981, the BMX Federation International was formed. The BMX racing suddenly became a legitimized sport worldwide. As a matter of fact, to the point where in 2008, it was included in the Olympics. But ladies and gentlemen, BMX freestyle still stayed on the outside. Still stayed in the margin and the fringes until the mid-1980s. Because while they were performing tricks like that, there was something that BMX did that changed the game forever. And I would like to ask a representative of the old school, a representative of the new school. Darcy Peters was watching that on YouTube, getting inspired when he was a kid. And this man just about lived. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about a trick in BMX competition that they said was impossible. They said it could never happen. You know what that trick was? They laughed. They really laughed. Backflip! Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask these men now to tell you that chapter. It is such a momentous moment that I wanted them to be here. Let me hear it here if you want to see that trick that changed the game forever. Because BMX is in 1985, a young performer who been practicing it in the river, somehow, some way, set the world on fire and went all around the world, and it is this trick that changed everything in the evolution of extreme. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Darcy Peters and Wade Lyman. Those guys go to the tail, and I want to give you a sense of what I'm talking about when I talk about bicycles, because that happened in 1985. And it took till the year 2000 to take the game up one more notch. And in order to tell that chapter, I'd like to welcome back my friend, Mr. Keith Sayers, who's going to join us out here. Because ladies and gentlemen, there is nobody in the world I can think of who's better suited to do this. You see, earlier I mentioned that he holds the world record, but I didn't tell you in what. 2 years ago, in his hometown of Butte, Montana, this man set a world record. He went across a longer distance than any other man had ever gone on a motorcycle upside down. 140 feet and changed the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Sayers. Keith, I want to ask you to tell that story here. I want you to, now hold on. I'm not even going to ask him. I'm going to ask you, do you want to see it? Get your fingers down, get your smartphones ready, because you're seeing a guy who holds a world record in what you're about to see, but he's telling you this chapter in the evolution of extreme. One-handed backflip right there from Keith Sayers, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what do you do? Where are you? He's coming back. You gotta love it. He just showed you over 2 ramps, the distance he jumped for that world record, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Mr. Keith Sayers. You know, at this point, I always like to remind myself of where I really belong is where you guys are. You know what I mean? I'm just a fan. I watched him do this, 1,000 times, perhaps, somewhere in that number. Every time I see him do it, down my spine. You know, it just seems extraordinary to see him take a 250-pound motorcycle and turn it upside down. Well, then I'm about to say next, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to diminish a single thing what you see there, because you know it is an extraordinary thing when it's a motorcycle. But you know something? It's another deal entirely when it's a 450-pound quad. One of the only men in the world who can do what you are about to see. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Elkins now to take us to the next chapter in the evolution of extreme. I just have one question for you. Are you ready? Heel clicker flip. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you can go bigger? Do you really think you can go bigger? Let me hear the noise. Cordova backflip on a quad. I hope you understand what you are seeing. Some of the very best in the world at what they do. Cody Elkins. You know, at this point in our story, I scratch my head a little bit because, you know, in some strange way, what we've seen so far, it all somehow makes sense. You know, you're seeing wheels on the ground, wheels in the air. But ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see right now makes no sense at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you he had a secret. He is a two-time X Games gold medalist on a skidoo. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Heath Frisbee. Now, I can't possibly think of a better time to say, kids, don't try this at home. Have a look at what this guy can do with that snowmobile. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I say, are you ready? Here we go. 500 pounds of snowmobile across the coming back the other way here. Have you guys got a picture? Maybe if you make a little noise, you can get them to do it one more time. What do you think? You want to do it one more time? What do you say here? Ladies and gentlemen, one of the only men in the world who can do what you just saw. Heath Frisbee. Wait a minute. You guys get back over there again. I got myself a little idea here. I think we should write a brand new chapter of the evolution of extreme. Craig, come on out here. Let's get a great picture going out here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to perform for you the most dangerous trick when it comes to freestyle. We got two men. No. We got three men on the ramps at the same time. It's called a freestyle